The year is 58 BCE. Julius Caesar, an ambitious Roman general and soon-to-be dictator, launches his campaign into Gaul. It was brutal, strategic, and legendary. But beyond the battles and the blood, Caesar's legions carried something else into the heart of Europe. Banners. And these weren't decorative banners. These were vexilla, otherwise known as military standards. The word vexillum is Latin, and it comes from velum, meaning sail. It's not just poetic. These banners actually looked like small sails hanging from a crossbar, which is where they get their name. And each one represented a specific unit or detachment. The soldier carrying the vexillum was known as the vexillarius. There was honor and respect towards the vexillum, and it was a very important object to the Romans. And the crazy part is, there's only one remaining Roman vexillum still in existence. It dates around to about the 3rd century and housed in the Pushkin Museum in Moscow. You fast forward a couple thousand years, and the legacy of the vexillum is still with us today. The modern word vexillology, the study of flags, comes straight from that ancient term. It wasn't coined, though, until around 1957 by a man named Whitney Smith, and he was obsessed with flags. He wrote books about them, and he even designed the flag of Guyana, which is still in use today. Smith also helped establish institutions like the International Federation of Vexillological Associations and NAVA, the North American Vexillological Association. And these groups aren't just fan clubs. They're where historians, designers, and archivists come together to explore the meaning and impact of flags. Let's break down what a vexillologist actually does and what it means to be a vexillologist. Vexillologists trace the evolutions of flags through wars, revolutions, and regime changes. For example, did you know that the flag of Libya once had just a solid green flag for over 40 years? No symbols, no stripes, it was just a green rectangle. It represented Gaddafi's political philosophy at the time. He was the dictator of Libya, and it's one of the most controversial national flags to have ever existed in modern history. Vexillologists study what makes a flag work: simplicity, distinctiveness, meaningful symbolism. In fact, NAVA has a book, more like a booklet, called Good Flag, Bad Flag, and it provides 5 principles of good flag design, but I have a video that covers these 5 principles, and I also discuss how these 5 principles don't always necessarily define a good flag because there's a lot of exceptions. Go check out that video if you want. Cities and institutions often bring in vexillologists to redesign flags or to conduct polls on flag redesigns. Take Pocatello, Idaho, for example. Their old flag was ranked one of the worst in America by NAVA. I mean, just look at this thing. It literally has a copyright at the bottom. I don't know what the heck this thing is. So they hired in experts, involved the community, and created a new one. You can thank Roman Mars and his TED Talk for inspiring this change. And thank God, too. I mean, it's like 1,000,000 times better than what it was. Who's flying that old one on the front porch? Even in fictional worlds like Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings, someone has to design those flags. And although in these productions, a vexillologist is not usually on staff, the designers and the artists usually use heraldry and historical references to design banners and flags. And heraldry is very close to vexillology in terms of study. The origins of vexillology actually originate from heraldry and the study of heraldic symbols. In the past decade, vexillology has gone from academic niche to pop culture hit. You've got YouTubers, subreddits, even TikToks talking about flag design. Even my channel talks about it. Just saying. But it's interesting. Why now? Well, part of it, I think, is identity. In a world that feels increasingly global, digital, flags give us something visual and grounded to hold on to. They represent movements, hometowns, cultures, and causes. From pride flags to protest banners in Ukraine, Sudan, or Hong Kong, flags have become more than just symbols. They're statements. They carry deeper meaning beyond their visual design. They actively communicate values, identities, beliefs, and intentions. So the next time you see a flag waving from your nation, your city, or your favorite sci-fi universe, just take a second look. because behind every flag is a story, a choice, a message. There's intent behind every flag. And that's what makes vexillology such an important field. It's because you get a chance to study flags, their meaning, learn the history behind flags, their political significance, and also provide ways to design flags to make them more appealing and make people more proud to fly them. It's a great area of study, and it doesn't necessarily require you to be some heavy researcher. You could just have an interest in flags. Vexillology is a very wide-ranging field. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really hope you like this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Check out some of the shorts as well. Got some flag duels going on right now, but I'll see you next time. Take care.